Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. If you can hear me, please, we'd like you to type probably something in the chat section. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I need you to type something. If you can hear me clear, I need to confirm that someone can hear me. Just type yes. Type yes in the chat section if you can hear me. Okay. I believe that I'm audible enough. I don't know why we are getting low number of people. Yeah. All right. Yes, super audible. That's great. Thank you very much for that, Sam Maxwell. Thank you very much. All right, audible. That's great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, let's just take, we'll take some minutes for our introduction as usual. Okay, we'd like to introduce ourselves. We have a lot to learn today. It's going to be interactive. So all of us will be learning something today. We'll be doing it together. Right? We'll be doing it together. But before we proceed, you're welcome to Amda Analytics Masterclass on how to get started in data analytics. For those of us that you want to transition into tech, you want to transition into data analytics, welcome to Amda Analytics Data Analytics Masterclass. Before we proceed, while we wait for others to join us, if you don't mind, we would like to know where our participants are joining us from. Oh God. So we'd like to know where our participants are joining us from, if you don't mind. So we'd like you to type in this chat section where you're joining us from. You're joining us from Nigeria, let us know. From UK, let us know. Just your country, that's all. Just type in the chat section. So let's see. People that are joining us, where they are joining us from. Okay, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Okay. So Promise from Nigeria. Favor from UK. Oh, Niger, Niger. Thanks for joining us, Sam Maxwell. Wow. We're expecting people. Okay, we have Joel from Canada. We are still expecting others to join us. Today is Saturday, so we're expecting others to join us. Okay, without wasting time, we would like to dive into what we have for us today. All right, so my name is Chinyere. I'm a data analyst and media scientist. I would like to share my screen and introduce myself, right? So, and I will introduce Amda Analytics, then we proceed into what we have today. Just like I said, today's section is going to be very interactive. We'll be learning a lot, like a whole lot that we'll be learning today, right? So it's not something that one person will do, it's all of us will be doing it together. But I just need you to pay attention in order for us to enjoy the section. Stay tuned, right? So just a second, let me share my screen and then let's proceed. All right. Yeah, confirm. You can see my screen. Confirm. So welcome to Amda Analytics Masterclass, just as I said. And as you all know, Amda Analytics is an EdTech company. Is an EdTech company. For those of you that are just meeting us for the first time, what we focus on teaching people, helping people to transition into data analytics, okay? People that are probably, you are willing, if you want to transition into data analytics, you want to become a data analyst, certified one, qualified one, good one for their matter. So I want to know, how do I go about this? How do I go about this? So that's actually what we do. We move people from no background and we move them to becoming a certified data analyst, right? So you want to become a certified data analyst, that's actually where your journey begins. So, and that's what here in Amda Analytics, right? So our mission is to help individuals in the field of data analytics by providing comprehensive and accessible training, right? So those that are willing, let me say data enthusiasts, you want to become a certified data analyst, we help you to transition you into data analyst by providing that comprehensive learning that you are looking for, that accessible training, right? So somebody reached out to me today and was like, okay, can you tell me more about what Amda Analytics do and how you guys run this program, right? So this is actually to show you a lot that we do here. When I started mentioning, he was like, okay, I've gone through a lot of training before, but I know that you guys have a robust curriculum, and I know that this is actually a good way for me to start again, right? So that's actually what we do here. We provide that comprehensive and accessible training, and of course we try to bridge that gap between the learners. You understand me? We are trying to bridge that gap. People want to be transitioning into tech and they'll be like, I don't know if I can do it because I've not been in tech before. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if this is something that I want for myself. I want to tell you that this is actually what you want for yourself, okay? So that's actually what we do here. We help individuals, especially those that want to transition into data analytics. We hold their hands. We help them to transition into data analyst, being a data analyst. That's actually a lot we do here. Of course, this is actually me. Yeah, so my name is Chukwuka Chinyere. Officially, I'm introducing myself, right? So my name is Chukwuka Chinyere. So of course, I have actually done this for over a couple of years now. Of course, for close to 5 years now, I've been in the field of data, in the field of tech, right? Started like data scientist and data analyst as well. Right? I've helped individuals, organizations, businesses to make informed business decisions. I work for companies across the globe. I work for companies, Nigeria, UK, Canada, Australia, US. So I work for different companies across the globe and help them to make informed business decisions. Right, I've trained over 4,000 participants. I've helped over 4,000 participants to transition into tech. You understand? And then, of course, I love to tell people about my background. I studied economics. I love to tell people about my background. You know why? So a lot of people believe that if I didn't study computer science, I wouldn't become a tech person. And the answer is actually not true, right? So that word is not true because I studied economics, and of today I'm a tech person, and good one for that matter. So thank you guys for joining us, and thank you guys for for being part of what we are doing here today. As we've been learning a lot today, we've been learning a lot. So the topic for today is how to get started in data analytics. You want to transition into data analytics, you're tired, you don't know where to start, you don't know where to begin your program. This is actually what we are here for us today. We're going to start teaching, because this for today's program is going to be what to teaching. We'll be teaching on what you need to do in order for you to become that certified data analyst. Okay. So we start teaching on what data is all about, what data analytics is all about. Okay. Now, a lot of people has this understanding that, okay, I actually don't know. I want to become a tech person. I want to become a data scientist, a data analyst, but I don't know what it entails. I don't even know the tools I need to learn. I don't even know what it means for me to become that data analyst. You understand? So that's actually what we'll be looking at today. And some people don't even know what it takes, who a data analyst is, right? What data analytics are about. So that's actually what we'll be doing here today. We'll be teaching you in and out. From the beginning, we'll be sharing with you what you need to do to become a certified data analyst and how to get started, right? So you want to get started in tech, in data analytics, you don't know where to start from. That's actually what we'll be doing here today. If we're good to go, I need to get a yes in this chat section. If you're good to go, come on. If you're good to go, let's get a chat in the chat section. Just get a yes. We are good to go. We'll be, just like I said, we'll be learning together. Everything here, we'll be learning it together. We'll be sharing ideas. Okay. And of course, I have people in the class that will be sharing their own experience as well. So if you know that we are good to go, let's get your yes. All right, thank you very much for that, Joel. Let's go. So yes, 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 that's good to go, good to go, good to go. All right, amazing. So now let's start with what is data analytics? I want to become a data analyst. I want to become a good one for that matter. And then as someone is asking you, what is data analytics all about? Who is a data analyst? What do they do? So that's actually what we'll be sharing with us today. Okay. Just like I said earlier, it's going to be what very, very interactive. We are going to be learning together. So we want to know who a data analyst is. We want to get started. What are the things that are required of you to get started, right? So first of all, before we start this, I want to share something before we move into what is data analytics, right? I want to share something with you. Now, organizations, right? So they gather data. I don't know if you've ever gone to, you want to buy something from ShopRite, anywhere, and you see them taking record of things that you're buying, you understand me? Those things that they are doing, they are gathering data of what the organization is, or probably their everyday activities, right? So every organization, especially in this era where we are now, they get data, they gather data of them, right, of their activities, how money is entering the organizations, the sales, how people are buying things, how people are ordering things in the organization. What is the daily sales of this organization? So they take record of those things and they give you what as data. Now, let me tell you something. We have a lot of course, databases where organizations store their data. Now, some store their data and those information that you see that you're gathering, how many customers we have here today, yeah, how many people, how many goods that we sold in January, February till the end of the year. Right, so those information that they're keeping, is it that they use Excel? They can use Google Sheet, yeah, Google Spread, Google Sheet as well. Okay, they can use SQL. A lot of databases they can use to store those data. All right, they store those data. I want to establish what data is. Right, so data are those things, that those raw information, raw facts that those organizations, that what they are keeping. Right, information about them, what they do, how many customers they have, how they're selling their goods, what are the income of the organization, those things that they're keeping, what's their data of them, right? So that's actually what we have as data, raw information of the organizations, right? So now we are moving to what then is data analytics. I want to study data analytics. I want to learn data analytics. What then is data analytics? Now, as I have here, I see that the term data analytics refers to the science of analyzing raw data. Now, I said what the organization, what they do is what they keep the raw data. We call it raw data or raw facts about them. Okay, so that's actually what the science of analyzing the raw data to make conclusion about information. Now, what's the information? The information about the organization. All right, so the organization, they keep those raw data. What you do as a data analyst is to come in, analyze those data, help them to make informed business decision. Right, so they'll be able to know. Let's assume that the organization, they have about, let's say they have 4 branches across UK, right, or across, let's use Nigeria as example, across Nigeria. They have their branches, and then they have some that are into probably the same product, that they're they're into selling the same product, all right, and they have different managers or sales representative in different branches. Now, those data that they're keeping, if they share those data, right, with you, you cannot make informed decision if you're the CEO of their organization, right? You cannot make informed decision. So you need someone that will come in, analyze the data, bring out live from their data. You know what? I used to tell people something, that data speaks, right? So bring out live from that data, share the data, the information, insights from that data in order for what? For the organization to make informed decisions. All right. And now there's something we need to look at. I will be sharing with you some what I mean by looking at raw data and using it to bring out insight. Okay, I'll be sharing with you very soon. Now, organizations, we have 4 types of data analytics for now, right? So of course, the main 4 types of data analytics. Now we have descriptive data analytics. Now I'm going to share just a second. I want to show you something. Wait a second. Now let's look at this data together. Let's look at this data together. This is actually an organization data, right? This is an organization data. Okay, you can see row ID, the order ID, right? And you can see the day these goods were ordered, and you can see the day these goods were shipped, right? They have different ship modes. And then, of course, this is just like everything about this data. Now, I want to ask you a question. You are the CEO of this company, right? And then somebody is asking you, can you make informed decision and share this data with you? You cannot make informed decision with this data. You cannot make informed business decision with this data, right? So all you need to do is to do what? Look for someone who can actually move this data from this information from here to something like this, right? From here to something like this. Now, let's look at this together. Now, if you pay attention to what we have here, you can see that if you want to find out the areas where you have much sales, right? You can see that we have it, looking at the chart here. Now, we have California. We have California to be the location where they have their highest sales. Okay. Now, if you want to say from this raw data here, I want to find out which of my products or which products that are actually making more sales from. Are we making more sales from? With this raw data we have here, we cannot make informed decision. We cannot choose that this is actually where the problem, this is actually where we are getting the highest sales, any of these products, because this is a raw data set. Now, you need someone who can actually bring it live out of that data, right? You need someone who can move it from here to something like this. Now, let's look at this together. Now, if you pay attention, you can see what we have top 10 customers by sales. And of course, probably, let's look at products. Sorry. So we have sales is from this particular product here. Is what is from this particular product here. So that's actually the work of a data analyst. Now, a data analyst come into your organization, take out that raw data set, that raw information, and bring out what insights, bring out life from that data that will help you to make informed business decision. Now, if you are the CEO of the company, with this, you can actually decide, okay, this is actually where most of our sales is coming from, right? This is where what most of our revenue are coming from. Now, let's look at this together. It actually, you guys, something I said. This is actually the goods were ordered. You can here, you can see that's actually where we have what, where this goes, when these goods are being, the day that these goods are being ordered, right? So if you want to find out, of course, we have the year, the month, and the what, and the day. If you want to find out which year do we have much sales, right? Which year do we have much sales? You can easily make that decision here, because of course, what you are looking at is, how do I look at my data, find out where am I getting these lapses? What is the trend line? What is the seasonality like? Okay, so you look at it together, and then you will be able to make informed decision. Okay, probably month of January, we actually did not make good sales. Probably that good sales is from what month of July. So what happened in the month of January that we did not have good sales? So you'll be able to think wise and then bring out what insight from your data. Now let's look at it together with what we have here, right? You can see sales trend, right? You can see where we have 2012 sales, we have 2013 sales, and 2014. And if you pay attention to the trend line, you can see how it's moving, right? You can see how this is actually what we call seasonality, or you call it trend line, okay? Now with this, if you are the CEO of this company, be able to what, to make informed business decision and find out, okay, this you can see January and July, we actually did not make more sales and thereabouts, and then there is actually an increment or increase here, which is what December. So you can actually ask yourself, what then is going on with my data? What then is going on in my organization? Right. So now let's proceed with our slides. Just a second. So now we have 4 types of data analytics, right? We have what? We have descriptive analytics. We have descriptive analysis. Now, what I showed you guys now is the descriptive analytics. You are trying to describe what has happened in the organization. Now, every organization is looking at what has happened in my organization, right? Every person want to see, look at the data. This is actually my data. Bring out insights, bring out meaning from this data. Tell me what has happened in my organization. Looking at that data, now what I showed you guys a few minutes ago is what we call descriptive analytics. We are trying to describe what has happened in the organization. So this is another part of data analytics. Right now, we have diagnostic analytics, and this was asking, why then did it happen? Why? Why? Now, if you pay attention to that data that we showed you guys, I showed you guys very few minutes ago, you can see, let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. I want to show you something. Just a second, I need to share my entire screen so we can both see it very well. Yes. Okay, so just we have a lot of slides available. Okay, now let's look at this together. Now, this is actually what's descriptive. Okay, I said something. We have 4 types of data analytics. We have what? We have what? We have the descriptive analytics. Now, what you describing what has happened in the organization. Now we have the second part, which is what? Diagnostic analytics. Now you're trying to ask, why did it happen? Right now, let me tell you something. Every organization is, okay, you've shown them what has happened in the organization. Now you go deep to start asking them, why did it happen? Right now, let's look at what we have here. Looking at what we have here by sales trend, right? You can see there is what from this January, there is actually low sales. You can see it here. And then, of course, let's say December, April 2, there is actually what? Low sales, right? Looking at what we have here. And it actually continues. Because if you look at January 2012, right? 2013 and 2014, you can see that this is what this same thing continues. Now, the question is, are they into sales of seasonal products? Now, you are trying to ask them, why did it happen? Right? Is it that there's something that they need to do that they've not been doing? Right? So that's actually where you come in as a data analyst to bring out that soft skills, and that's what the technical skill, the critical thinking skill, and start asking them, what is going on? Why are we having this kind of thing? And of course, in that case, they might look for external data. Right now, in organization, every organization is actually looking at 2 data. Let me tell you guys, we are looking at what? Internal data and external data. In that case, they will be looking at what? The external data to find out what happened. Why do we have low sales in this set of years? So it's and not just 1 year, but then for the continuous 3 years. Why? Is it that they are into sales of seasonal products? And then from there, they can actually help themselves and find out what they need to do in order to get better. Okay, that's another part of what? Data analytics. Now, let's look at another part now. Now, here we have what? We have predictive analytics. Now, predictive analytics is trying to predict what is likely to happen. All right, you are trying to predict what is likely to happen in the future based on what has happened before. Based on what has happened before. Now, if I am a data analyst in this organization of the data we'll be looking at, right, I would say if caution is not taken, if nothing has happened or they didn't take any caution in order to probably find what to do, it could either be that they have been doing adverts for years, I know for some months, and some months they don't do adverts, right? Now, what did they need to do if they did not take caution, or if they repeat that same process? It simply means that what has been happening before will happen again. Now, predictive analytics is looking at what has happened before and use it. I mean, that's the past data, right? And use it to predict the future. And use it to what? To predict the future. So guys, if you're enjoying this section, if you know that you're getting something, I need you to type yes in the chat section. I need you to type yes. You're getting something. Type yes. So let's go, guys. You are getting something, you know, you are learning something. Also, is this sounding strange? No, not at all. I just want to be sure that I'm not speaking so technical, right? So the words are something you can easily relate with. Okay, yes, learning something. Yes, that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. I just want to be sure that we are communicating, okay? Just like I said when we started this program, today's section is going to be different from all of our program master classes you'll be joining. Today is just what we are here to share ideas. We're here to share something that you need to know before beginning or starting your program as a data analyst. Yeah, thanks very much for that, Alade. All right, so that's actually what now, looking at what we have here, and prescriptive is just like you trying to is actually the frontier, right? The Oga Kwata Kwata of them, or looking at the machine learning, looking at the AI. I'm not going to go far to introduce that, okay? Now, data analysis is just what introduced into what two parts. You can see we have the past and we have the what the future. So let's stop it here and move to the what the next slide. Now we have what we call life cycle of a data analyst, right? Now, this here, I wanted to pay good attention. We're going to be learning something here, right? There's what we call Christian framework, right? I'm not going to go deep, start explaining what Christian framework is. But now, what are the methodologies? What are the things that you need to do in order to go far as a data analyst? Okay. Now, number one thing, right, is business issue understanding. Now, what is it? Well, now I showed you guys something. I showed you guys the data, right? The data was analyzed for an organization, right? And we, of course, from their raw data set, we're able to visualize it and bring out meaning, bring out insight for them that will help them to make informed business decision, right? So now, what are the life cycle of a data analyst? Now, let me tell you something. What you try to understand the organization. Every sector has its own pattern, right? Every sector has its own pattern. If you're a data analyst in a tech company like this, right? So, and you're using these tools, you know how to use Power BI, SQL, Excel, Python, anything. Make sure that you know how to use it. And after, let's say you get another job in the banking sector using that same tool. So you need to learn how banking sector are using the same tools, right? So you try to understand the business. Every organization, even though that now, let me tell you something, every organization are into business, isn't it? So it's actually what into business. Now that business is what there's a way they move it. There's a way they handle their businesses. Okay. Now, as an tech company, right, as an individual, I'm a data scientist and data analyst, and I work for different tech companies. Yeah, trust me. And I know how to use these tools. Trust me. But when I'm working for an organization, let's say for businesses, there is another way to use this thing, right? So that is what we call domain knowledge. You need to understand the business. You need to understand the sectors of the organization. Who are the stakeholders? Who am I reporting to? Okay, that's actually what one thing you need to understand when you move into any sector. It's when you are being hired as a you have to understand the business, right? So that's first thing you need to do. Another thing again, you need, that step two is what? Understanding, data understanding. Now, let me tell you something, right? You see this organization data that we looked at, if we don't have any idea of that data, of that organization's data, we'll miss it. Because we'll be asking ourselves, what is this column all about? We don't know, right? We don't know what this column is all about. So you need to understand what? Understand the data. Now, what is their internal data like? What is their external data like? Okay. Now, let's look at something. Let me show you where we actually got that data from. So that data is from this organization, right? King's E-commerce. It's from the organization. Now, this is actually what I want to show you, right? Now, there's what we call data dictionary. So you need to understand this data, every columns in that data, understand what they stand for. understand what they represent. Okay. Now, if I'm a data analyst with an edtech company and I move from edtech company to another, let's say banking sector, I need to understand what are their columns, what are their words like, the columns and the row, what is it like, what are the headers, what does it stand for, right? So you need to understand the data of every organization, and of course, that's actually where you're trying to find out who are their customers. You understand me? Because their data is about their customer in it. Of course, not every of their data is about their customers. It can be probably something like HR data, trying to look at their employee data set and then about, okay. So you try to understand who are their customers. What do they stand for? Where are they getting their revenue from? So that's what data on that. At that point, you are looking at external data and internal data. Now, external data is actually that data you gather outside. And that internal data is that data from inside the organization. Okay, these are the things that you need to understand when you start working as a data analyst. All right, so let's proceed, guys. So step 3 is what data preparation. Of course, when you get organization's data, what's the next thing you need to understand? You need to start, you prepare the data, clean the data, format the data. Because most organizations, now I want to be very honest with you, right? I've done this thing for many organizations. Most organizations' data are very dirty. So you need to understand what are these columns for, right? So where you have blanks, how do you fill in the blanks? How do you control it? How do you handle it? Or you just see any blank and you just yank everything up. So this is actually what you need to understand as well. Now, somebody reached out to me and that was last year. Let me say one of our students somewhere, right? So the person said something. He got a job, and then they gave him a data set to work with. When he contacted me, he has done some things, right? I was like, okay, let me see what you've done actually. And he started saying, this column, I looked at it and I don't see that it's something I need to do with this column. I yank it off. Come on. You can't yank organizations' data off like that. You need to confirm from them that they are actually not need of that data. Okay, you can't just delete a column from organization's data. Okay, so that's actually what data preparation. Look for the what where you have blanks. How do you handle blanks? How do you clean the blanks? Okay, and then you move to EDA. Right. So in this aspect, you start, organizing the data. Is there something like modeling the data? How many sources do we have the data from? At that point, you are looking at something what we call data modeling. From there, you move to what? Validation. Now, validation is just like you've done this, right? And then you are contacting here and say, I know that you are a good data analyst. Come on, help me to look at this data. Help me to look at what I have done and see if it's cool for me to go ahead and present this thing, right? At that point, you're looking for someone. That's actually why it's important for you to have a mentor. And be very honest, it's good for you to have a mentor in every field. You've been a data analyst, right? You need a mentor. You need someone that will hold your hand, right? So in that aspect, you need somebody that will help you to validate and say, okay, guy, this is cool. It's going to either be internal or someone outside, right? So after this, you look at the data, you understand the business, you understand their data, you've cleaned their data, right? Then the next thing is for you what? To visualize it and present it. To visualize your data and present it. Now, let me share something with you. When I started my career, right, in tech, there's something I was actually believing there that, being a data analyst is just like building that chart, that get this chart and then about. No, it's beyond that. It's not about your present. It's not about your visualization now. It's about building visuals that will help organization to make informed decision. Right? So not like trying to bring this confusing data or confusing charts. They'll be asking, like, because you're presenting to non-technical guys, okay, you have to ensure that your visuals is speaking well, not just confusing charts, cool charts that we're able to help organizations. Okay, this is just like what I shared with you guys a few minutes ago. Looking at this, right, we can actually say, wow, okay, this is actually, let's look at, of course, because you are coming up, let's look at it. Okay, you can see here, We have what? We have the top product by sales. You can see that this is, any person that is looking at it can easily find out that this product here is what, where we have the highest sales. Okay. With this, you can see total 12 sales. This is actually the sales, and this is the percentage, and this is percentage, right? Looking at it, of course, we have what this thing that we can use to visualize it, try to find out, try to check what is going on in all other probably states or year or months. Okay, these are actually the things that you need to know how to look at. Don't visualize, put out some things that will help organizations to be looking at. Come on now. I don't know. I used to see all these AI shots, and I'd be like, some people embracing it. It's cool. I'm not disputing that, okay? But then there's something that is beyond that, because that's actually not what people are looking for. They're looking for something that will help them to make that informed business decision, right? So let's proceed, guys. Now, as a data analyst, I want to become a data analyst, right? What are the tools that I need? What are those tools that I need to know in order to excel? Now, I love to tell people the truth, right? You need the technical skills and you need the soft skills as well. So one of my students had a job interview. I think that was on Monday. Yeah, on Monday we had the interview preparation for him last week. So that interview had on Monday. And after that, I asked him what's going on and how was it? He said something. He said that the question is from two parts, right? And the technical skills and the soft skills. You understand? I was just smiling, because that's actually what we do. Before we start this program for you, we start teaching you what the soft skills. That's what the problem-solving techniques, how to solve problems, how to handle people in your organization, how to communicate with the CEOs, how to communicate with everybody in the organization in order to what? In order to make impact. Now, remember, I always tell people something. You are in that place because you are there to solve a problem, not just the technical skills. If you have these technical skills and you don't have the soft skills, you might not really excel. Yeah, you might not really excel. So let's look at the technical skills that you need as a data analyst. Now it's what? Excel for data analytics. Shout out to everybody who knows how to use Excel. But now let me tell you something, right? Knowing how to use Excel is beyond the normal Excel that you know how to use. Now, using Excel, you are doing the normal sum, the normal if function, you understand me? It's beyond that. It's beyond that. So you need to know how to use Excel, and that's what, how to use it from the very basic, intermediate to advanced. You need to know how to use Excel. Perfect. Proficiency in Excel, right? And aside from that, now there's something I love to tell guys. I love to tell people the truth. This is Excel, right? This thing I showed you guys now. All right, this analysis you are seeing here is being done. We carried out with Excel. So this is Excel, right? The question is, do you know how to do this using Excel? Do you know how? Now, if organizations, right, and they reached out to you and they say, okay, I know you're a data analyst, okay, and it's cool. I need to hire a data analyst who can handle my organization's data, and we're using just Excel. And only you know how to use is just Power BI. Trust me, if that job is not for you, because you don't have that skills that they're looking for. They need someone who can use Excel. Now, what we do at Amd Analytics is beyond teaching you this one you are seeing here. We go as far as teaching you the VBAs, right? The data. Do you know that we have data modeling for Excel? Now, for those of you that have been in tech before, someone reached out to me this afternoon. I was just sharing with him what we do. In fact, just Excel alone. And it was like, wow, is there DAX in Excel? I was just smiling. I said, come on now, we have DAX in Excel. And that's what we do. Now, I want to share something with you. So Dix6, this thing you are seeing here is Excel, okay? This thing you are seeing here is Excel. And this is what we call VBA, right? This is what we call VBA. If you know how to, you can see it here, macro, right? So if you know how to do all these things, that means you are expert in Excel. You are Excel expert. And that's what we teach our students. We teach them from the very basic, how to knowing Excel environments, mastering Excel environments, and then moving From that to all these basic functions, you can see sum if, count if, to VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, how to clean data, and then we move to what? To VBA. So all these things you're seeing here is what we do, what we teach our students, right? Now, beyond that, you need to know how to use Power Query in Excel. Now, I'm trying to show you the things that you need to know in order to what? To start your journey as a data analyst. So you need to know how to use what? Power Query. Now, let me share with you, this thing you are seeing here is what is Excel. For those of you that have used Excel before, you know how to use Excel. The question is, do you know that you've done data analytics before? Do you know that we have data modeling in Excel? This thing you're seeing here is data modeling in a Microsoft Excel. Now, what you know, probably you know how to do well, is how to use data modeling in Power BI. I don't know. Let me just put it that way. For those that probably somehow started this program somewhere, another place, okay? But then I want to tell you that Excel is beyond the normal front end that you're seeing, because what I'm looking at here now is back end, just like the VBA I showed you, is another end in Microsoft Excel, right? So here too is another Microsoft Excel interface or engine in Microsoft Excel, where we show you how you can handle data when you have extra, say millions of data. How then do you handle it? You can handle it using data modeling in Microsoft Excel. These are beyond, of course, are what you'll be learning when you start your program with Amda Analytics. So now, another thing again, you need to know, let's go back to our slide, guys. Another thing again, you need to know how to use, right? You need to know how to use Power BI. Now, any visualization, so we have Tableau, right? We have Tableau, and then we have Power BI. So what we do, we teach Power BI. You know what? Power BI is the industry leader when it comes to data visualization. It's beyond, right? Of course, it's actually owned by Microsoft. Okay, so you need to learn how to use at least one visualization tool, either Tableau or Power BI, right? But then I 100% recommend Power BI for people. 100% recommend Power BI, okay? There's a lot of function. Now, Power BI that you are seeing out there is beyond the normal Power BI interface, the desktop. You see people, they video visuals, they share their, probably their visuals, their dashboard on LinkedIn, and you're seeing all those things, right? Now, I want to tell you for free that Power BI is beyond that. It's beyond that. There's what we call back end. That's actually where Power BI is, not the normal front end. If you pay attention down at Google, what Power BI is, and they will tell you that it's a cloud business tool, right? So now we move from the normal interface, our Power BI desktop to to the Power BI backend, where you'll be learning how to do security, a lot of securities that there, you'll be learning them, right? A lot of things you'll be learning there, right? Using Power BI. Do you know that you can even do this data modeling that we're mentioning? You can do it on Power BI desktop and then Power BI cloud-based. Another thing you need to learn is any structured query language, and that's what SQL. To become a data analyst, you need to learn this. You see, these 3 technical skills is very important. It's very, very important, okay? So you need to know how to use structured query language. Now, in SQL, which is what SQL. Now, SQL, we have about 4. Yeah, we have about 4 different SQLs. Okay, so we have Tableau. We have Oracle. We have MySQL. Right? We have SQL Server, we have PostgreSQL, right? So either of them, just learn anyone and be proficient enough with those tools, okay? Now, that's actually what the technical skills. Now, let's move to the soft skills now. One is communication. Now, you need to learn as a data analyst how to communicate. Now, all these things are things that people don't tell you. They'll just tell you, go and learn the technical skill. You know, it's beyond that. It's beyond that. So you need to learn how to use the soft skills, how to communicate with people in the organization, right? Now, let me tell you, let me share with you the question, one of the questions they asked that students who had his job interview this week. So according to him, he said that they asked him, when two of your colleagues having issue, how best will you handle it? Right? How best will you handle it? Right? And that's one. Another thing again is when you are sharing an idea with your colleague, and the person did not probably agree to your words. You understand? Probably you are working with someone and the person is disagreeing. All right, there is actually a disagreement between you and that person based on technical skills. You understand? Because you know what? Something about this technical skills, somebody can come up and say, this is actually how best to do it. And you are telling the person, no, this is the best way to do it. Now, when there is something like an argument, how best will you handle that situation? How best you handle that step? Okay, that's actually things that you need to know as a tech person. That is beyond the technical skills. You move to what? To the soft skills, communication. How do you communicate with your team members? How do you communicate with everyone in the organization? How do you communicate even with the external clients? How do you communicate to them? So the collaboration, which is don't be master of all. No, you don't need to be the master of all. You need to, collaborate with people in the organization, get ideas, shares idea. That's actually what teamwork is all about. Okay, analytical thinking, great. If you don't have this analytical thinking, you'll be able to bring out insights from organizations' data. You know how to use data. You know how to use Excel. Great. You know how to use Power BI. Great. But now let me take something. You need to have what we call critical thinking, analytical thinking, in order to bring out insight from data. I will tell you something. Do you know that data speaks? Yes, it does. So you need to pay attention to the data, listen to the data in order to bring that analytical insights that will help the organization to make informed business decisions. So you need to have that analytical thinking skills. Okay, and then of course, attention to details. Come on, you need this. Attention to details. You need to know how to pay attention to details, right? So, and all these ones I say continuous learning. Now, let me be honest with you. There's what we call continuous learning. Continuous learning. You don't stop learning, okay? Even if you've gotten that job, I always tell my students, those who have gotten jobs, see, don't say because I've gotten a job, I'll stop learning. No. Even when in fact, it's actually that time that you continue improving yourself. You know what? Because there is actually trend in the tech industry. Yeah. If the organizations are, let's assume in the organization that don't know how to use VBA, they just employ you. And tomorrow they find out that there's something like VBA and they will ask you, come on, we want you to automate this process using VBA. The question is, do you know how to use it? So that's actually what it means, what to continue learning. Don't stop learning, okay? Yeah, so now for you to become, Chinya, I've heard a lot. Tell me the low steps, tell me what I need to do, right? Now, for you to become this certified data analyst, there's what we call roadmap. I always love to share this with people. When I started my tech journey, right, I went to be learning how. Imagine someone who has not used Excel before, right? So I went to be learning how. Now, it's beyond that. It's beyond that. So you need a mentor who will guide you through, who will show you all that you need to know, all that you need to learn, the necessary things that you need to learn to become that perfect Excel expert, okay? Or that certified data analyst, right? So the first thing you need to learn as an aspiring data analyst is what? A Microsoft Excel. Please don't move to Python. Don't move to R. Okay, so you need to start with what? Excel. You need to start with Excel. And now, what do we do as a tech company? We teach you from the very basic to advanced, to very basic, starting that thing that you feel like I know before. When we share that with you, you will see that you don't know it. That's just it. Okay, so you need to learn Microsoft Excel. You need to master it. You need to know in and out everything about Microsoft Excel. You need to learn Microsoft Excel. Just like I showed you guys a few minutes ago, I showed you that there's a lot to this, and that's what learning the inside, the basic to what to the advanced, learning how to use VBA, how to clean advanced data, all right, our data cleaning, and then how to model using Microsoft Excel. From there, when you master this, and now this one will take you good 1 month. That's what we do here. This one is going to take you good 1 month to learn. And when you have mastered these two, you move to Power BI. You move to Power BI. Okay, now, just like I said a few minutes ago, you need to learn how to use Power BI. It's beyond you using Power BI to build visuals. So you need to learn how to use Power BI, both the front end and the back end, and that's the cloud base, and that's actually where the work is. So you need to learn how to use Power BI very well. So these are actually the things that you need to learn as a data analyst. Now, from there, you move to what? You move to SQL. Need to know how to query your data. Now, let me share with you. If you are being employed in an organization and that organization, they don't have a database, or they be using Excel and they hire you, let's say, let me pick a name here. Okay, they say Joel, right? So we know you you are a data analyst, right? Please, we don't have data. We don't have a database in SQL, right? I want to move from SQL to from Excel to SQL. Now the question is, do you know how to build database from scratch? Organization, they don't have database, right? They are waiting for you, who is a data analyst, to build database for them. Do you know how to build that database from scratch? Do you know how you can alter the data? Right? I shared something on our live section that was live session that was on I think 2 days ago. Yeah, right? So someone contacted me and said, Chia, I've been using Excel, and my organization, they have been using Excel. And these guys, they want to hire someone who can actually use SQL. And I want to prove to them that I can use it. Can you just use 1 month to teach me? Okay, put me through on how to use SQL. I want to show them, now, before they will hire someone, let me build database for them using SQL. Right? That's actually what it means, that you need to learn this step by step, because there is actually trend in the tech industry. People are moving from using spreadsheet to using what? SQL. Do you know how to use SQL? Do you know how to, alter your data? Now, from here, you need to learn how to use ChatGPT for data analytics. Now, let me share with you guys. Now, a lot of people have been saying, do you know that AI will take my job as a data analyst? When I hear that, I always laugh, because you don't know your onions. If you know your onions, you know that AI can never and will never take your job, right? So all you need to do is to know how to use AI and control the AI. Okay, control the AI. So that one of the things that we do as an edtech company, we teach you how to use ChatGPT for data analytics, how you can use ChatGPT to build your dashboard, how you can use ChatGPT to build a database from scratch and invert, of course, insert your values there, right? So that's actually what we do. Now, our training as an edtech company, so this program is going to last for good 4 months. Good 4 months. For you to become this, for you to know how to master these tools that we have said a lot here, you're going to do this thing for good 4 months. Yes? Now, just like I said, the Excel is going to be 1 month, Power BI 1 month, SQL 1 month, okay? Of course, inside, we are going to get what? The ChatGPT for data analytics. Now, it's beyond this. It's beyond, just like I said, it's beyond the technical skills, right? The ones you know. Now, there are other benefits. There are other benefits that you are going to get as a tech person who has registered or start your data analytics journey with Amda Analytics. So you're going to learn how you can optimize your LinkedIn. LinkedIn optimization is very, very cool, right? So whenever people reach out to me and say, okay, Chinyere, I've not seen job, and blah, blah, I'll be like, how is your LinkedIn like? What's going on with your LinkedIn? How is it like? Okay. So now the question is, do you have that standard LinkedIn profile that will help you to get a job, that will attract recruiters, right? So that's one thing that you need to know, right? So aside from that, getting your LinkedIn optimized, we help you to optimize your Upwork. We help you for Upwork optimization. Now, I don't know if you can just check me out on LinkedIn and you see what we have done for other edtech companies, helping their students to optimize what their Upwork profile. Now, let me share with you, if you're a tech person, right? And then you master these tools somewhere and people are not showing you how you can monetize these skills. They are not helping you. They're not helping you. The goal why you are learning this, I don't know why you want to become a data analyst, but I want to tell you for free that one of the goal why you want to become a data analyst is because you want to get a higher pay. You want to be, that flexibility, working as a tech person. You want to stay at home, you understand, and work from home. I'm working for over the years, and I want to tell you for free, I have not been to any office. I have not been to any office. I've stayed, I've moved around the world. Yeah, and because it's actually take a remote job, and then I can move anywhere, and with my laptop and my access to internet, I can do any job anywhere. Okay, that's actually what amazing thing that you will get as a tech person. And that's what we ensure that we help you to optimize your Upwork so that at least you get some remote job there and start making your money. Right now, another thing again I want to talk about is, of course, there's going to what recommendation later and reference later. Now, let me share with you, right? The another benefit of you learning with Amda Analytics. Now, when we ask you as our students, you know what, you're applying for a job, just like that person that said I applied for a job, right? Use Amda Analytics as your work experience. Use Amda Analytics. Now, when they reach out to us, come on, this person said that he or she learned from you. Yes, he's probably data consultant, data analyst in my organization. What do you want? So we'll help you with what? Recommendation and reference letter if they're asking for something like that, okay? So that's actually another benefit of learning with Amda Analytics. Now, of course, you're going to get certified. There's a certification. That certification will be after your 1 month custom project. After your 1 month custom project. Now, in total, you're going to spend 4 good months learning with Amda Analytics. Good 120 days learning with what? Amda Analytics. That's a benefit of you doing this with Amda Analytics. Now, before we proceed, I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you something. Days of this program, okay, let's proceed before, after that, I'll move to that. So days of this program, right, are Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays and Sundays. Now, Saturdays, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. West African time, right? That's UK time and Nigerian time. Now, for those of us that are in Canada, that's actually 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. depending on your location, right? 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. depending on your location. Now, that's actually for what? Saturdays and Sundays. Now, we go beyond that Saturdays and Sundays. We ensure we give you at least 1 hour every week. 1 hour every week. Now, let me tell you what this 1 hour is all about. Of course, most times we spend 1 hour, 30 minutes, okay? It's just for you to ensure, just for us to ensure that you are cool before moving to the next class. Everybody on the same page before moving to the next class, okay? So just like I said, in total, this program is going to last for what? A month, 3 months for live classes and 1 month for custom teaching. And that's what? Good 4 months. Good 4 months. Right now, if you miss any of our class, okay? So if you miss any of our class and you want to, probably get across the classes, okay? Now let me share with you, just a second. I want to share with you. There's what we call Google Classroom. So where you can actually access all the materials. Just like I always tell people, our programs are lifetime access. You have lifetime access to the program, to the materials, okay? So this thing you're seeing here is called Google Classroom. You can see it here, Google Classroom. So when you register for this program, you get across, you get to fill you in any of the program, right? So the Google Classroom, and you have what we call lifetime access to the materials, okay? So look at, let's look at, this is actually December cohort material. So let's look at what they have. So these are people that started December last year. So let's check if the materials are still here or we have deleted it. Okay, so this was posted on 16th of December, 2023. So let's check their videos. So this is, you can see the recording link. So let's check the video. So you can see the video is still here. the video. Yeah. And this is to show you that you have lifetime access to all the materials. Lifetime access to all the materials, right? So let's search for another set of people. So let's see. Okay, this was last year as well. So this was posted August last year. Okay, August last year. Let's just look at it together. So August last year, you can see the videos are still there. Okay, you can see it here. Okay, so this is me trying to show you that you have lifetime access to all the materials. So even if you are missing classes or you miss any of our classes, you can as well fall back to the materials and the videos, right? You can go back and watch the videos. And of course, get what we are going on. You have any questions, you ask your questions and we'll definitely answer your questions. And that's amazing thing about all our facilitators, which I am one of the facilitators. So our facilitators are always, 100% available to assist you any day, anytime. Any day, anytime, right? So to assist you. Now, this is actually not what we said that, these are what I'm saying to get you inside the class. No, it's beyond this. Because when you register, that's actually when you are going to see the real love. You see the real love, okay? No, how much then is the program? Chinyere, you've said a lot. So how much is the program? Now the program is 250,000 naira. So the 250,000 naira, that's actually the program. And you want to register now. So there's actually discount. We're having discount for all our students, especially those that will register for this program now. And we have 50,000 naira discount. We have 50,000 naira discount. So if you're paying for this program from now, the program is starting on the 11th of May. We extended that till, was it 5th of May, right? So you have to pay 200,000 naira, 200,000 naira. 2 days to the program, we are moving back to 250,000 naira, 250,000 naira. So for now, we have discount of 50,000 naira, especially for you that you are here, you are listening to me. So this is actually the amount for the training for now. There's actually a discount of 50,000 naira. And of course, this is our account details. This is our account details. If you have any question you want to ask, please, of course, send in your money and ask your question. So these are account details. Right now, a lot of people will be like, this is actually quite expensive. I don't know, it's quite expensive. But now let me tell you something. You want to learn this thing, right? From let me say you want to learn this thing from outside Africa. Go and check how much you're going to use to learn this. You see that it's actually a lot. Trust me, I'm not lying. You will know that it's actually what? A lot, right? So you might want to find out how much are these guys earning. What is the earning of a data analyst? Now, if this money is, does this money worth it? This money you want to pay, does it worth it? Okay. Now, this is actually, okay, let me go to search, find a job. This is Indeed. This is Indeed. Of course, you know that you can use Indeed to actually look for a job. Come there, let's search for data analyst. Let's see. Data analyst job. Okay. So let's see how much these guys are making. Senior, top senior data analyst skills for job seeker. Some comment, just let's look for this. Indeed, it's actually not giving me what I am looking for. So let me use job total. So let's look for that here. Okay. So this is actually job total. This is the data analyst, and you, of course, you can insert for your location where you're looking for, and then search for it. Okay. So let's look for something like that. And this was posted 2 days ago, AWS data analyst. So let's look for let's check the amount that these guys want to pay for someone who has that details. Okay, it's actually, okay, rate 350 euros per day inside per day, right? That's great. So of course, it's actually 6 months contract. 6 months contract. What are they even looking for? What are they looking for? Look at it here. Strong experience, AWS, of course, is actually nothing. Data modeling and analysis, nothing. Understanding of SQL, and they are focusing on the PostgreSQL. So these are some of the things that you will be you will be earning at the end of your program as a data analyst. This is a lot you'll be earning. Okay. Now, if you look at the money is too much. Now, look at the amount you'll be earning as a data analyst. The amount you'll be earning as a data analyst. Now, trust me, what you'll be getting at the end of the program, before the end, in fact, 1 week into the program, you know that this is worth more than this money. I mean, it's worth it more than this money, right? So, of course, the highest investment you can do for yourself is actually to invest in yourself. Be job ready. I told someone that called me this afternoon. He said that he has done this training with an EdTech company. I told him something. You know what? He said that he has been applying for jobs. And of course, he has not gotten any, even job invites. Talk more of, okay, you did not meet up. You understand me? So I told him something. You need to be job ready. Now, what do I mean by job ready? Train yourself. What are your portfolios like? What are the portfolio that you have? What are your CV? I forgot to mention we have CV for you. And that's one-on-one CV review for you when you register for data analytics. What are your CVs like? Okay. How do you apply for the job? What are the websites you are using? What is your LinkedIn like? You understand me? And how proficient are you with those tools? So you need to be job ready. And all this are what we teach our students before the end of their 4 months with us. Right. So I have one of my students in the class who would like to share his experience with analytics. I don't know if you're there, AY. Hi, AY.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayodeji Ogundele. I'm one of the students of AMDO Analytics. I think I would like to share my experience with everybody. Currently, I'm based in the UK. I work with the NHS. I'm a physiotherapist by profession, and I've been working for 10 years, if I'm right here. Yeah, I've been working for the past 10 years as a physiotherapist. I think coming to analytics from my data analytics course was more of a coincidence, if I'm to use that statement, which I think I'm right with. I think I had a friend, also like a colleague, who I think sometimes last year we met. Is in the UK, also is from Nigeria. Sorry, okay, just sorry to guys. I'm from Nigeria, so I'm from Ondo State in Nigeria. And I worked in Nigeria, so not like my journey never started from the UK, it started from Nigeria. So yeah, we met last year. He lives in Manchester. I live in Coventry. We spoke about looking at the job everybody's into at the moment. We're like, what's the future of every job? Normally, do you want to change your role? Do you want something better for yourself? Do you want to improve yourself? I think there is a proverb that always says, if the only thing you need in life is just to keep learning, change is just the only constant thing. You need to keep learning. The moment you just don't learn, then you are dead. Only dead man doesn't learn. So I told him, I was like, there are different tech courses. So I was like, with my own profession currently, I think I was looking at data analytics would just be the best thing for me. Even though I had a friend who we went to school together, she's a medical doctor. Currently, she's in the UK, but she's no longer working as a medical doctor. She works as a data analyst. So I was like, let's try data analytics and let's see what it's like. Then I think there was a university in the UK who was planning on offering the course to us, but I was looking at going to a university, my daily job, I'm having a family to feed, I'm having my house rent to pay. Then how will I cope with that? Then sometimes 2 months ago, he told me he saw one of the best in Nigeria. I was like, best in Nigeria, like that's not possible. It's like, try it and you'll see. And I can say learning from AMDA Analytics has been one of the best experience for me. I think I started in April. Yeah, I'm one of the April cohort. So this is just my 1 month in AMDA, and I can tell you I've learned a lot. even though we're still using Excel. I've been using Excel. I learned computer quite at a very young age. At age 10, I was already using a computer. But that doesn't mean I learned everything. Learned how to use Excel then currently it's just more of Word. But then I was like, the facilitator took us to some reps in Excel. I use reps and something I've never used before, and it has been fun. I think it's not something you will never regret learning from Amdo Analytics. That's something I can promise you guys. Even though you might think, oh, the money is expensive, is this, but look at what it's just, are you getting the value for your money? Wish I can tell you, I'm getting the value for my money. I got every right to value for my money. So I would love to share my screen with you guys, but I think my system can just fluctuate in time, and I want just to start sharing and it keeps going off. I think today was the first day I'll be building a dashboard using Excel. Like I thought it's not possible. It's always people tell you it's Power BI, SQL that you use in building Excel, building dashboard, but I was able to build one with my Excel today, and it's not because I just felt like because the assignment they give us to do, because that's the only way you could improve your portfolio. Like the here was saying, was like if you want to build your portfolio, those are assignments in which you can do. And I built, and I was really happy with myself. I think I was telling someone that I built a nonsense dashboard, but even doing that for me, it was one of the experience. And the way I was able to build it was because we're taught on how to build it, but easily one of the videos that were uploaded is something I can go back to when I make mistake, go back to it, look at the mistake I've made. And even if I'm not getting it, then we have all these facilitators that they are always online. You can chat them up anytime, but don't chat them up when it's 12 o'clock because everybody's sleeping by 12 o'clock, please, guys. So chat them up anytime. If it's something you just don't understand, they are always ready to give you that experience of, oh, this is what you're missing, this is how you can do it. People will say, young people, old people, I would say, no matter your age, if you are ready to learn, then I think the best option will be go with Amdo Analytics for your data analysis experience. You will get the best value for your money. Trust me, you will get the best value for your money. It's not that I'm sugarcoating anything, but you will get it. Even the people tell, I've had people who said, oh, 2 months, you can learn everything you will learn in analysis. My brother, sorry to say, I'll tell you that's a lie. Because even with 1 month in Excel, there are still things I'm still trying to learn in Excel also. So I'll tell you, even though it's more of a growth career, the professional career, but with Amdo Analytics, they will help you to grow and you will enjoy the experience. So guys, it's something, just try it. I think they will tell you, say, taste the soup and you know how sweet the soup is. So guys, I think Amdo Analytics is just the best for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, AY. Thank you for joining us. He said it all. I don't know what else to say, but he said it all, right? So AY is actually our student who joined us last month. Yeah, he joined us last month. And then, trust me, I think this afternoon, thereabouts, or here today, he shared his dashboard. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is great. Okay. And this is actually what you can as well do. Trust me, that's actually what you can do. We are all, somebody reached out to me, one of our cohorts, last month cohort. So she said something, trying to, talk to her because I'm trying to assist her with some things during the week. She says, I've been trying to, put my hands on some of all this and I'm not getting. I said, let me tell you something, right? I started my story. We all started somewhere. If you have not used laptop before, and you are trying to transition into tech, trust me, there are some of us that don't even know what Excel. One of our students, that was last year, August last year. So the guy doesn't even know what Excel icon. You know when you see Excel, you know that this one is Excel. He doesn't even know. Okay, and now he has finished this program and he's doing well. You understand? So this is actually to tell you that if you have not used any of these two before, it's not because it's not an excuse. Okay, it's not an excuse for you to tell yourself that, I'm not sure this program is for me. This program is for everybody. And trust me, is what? Beginners friendly. You've seen how I was able to, explain what data analytics is. types of data analysts and the life cycle of a data analyst. Go how you can start your program, how you can try to know who are what we call domain knowledge, what stakeholders. From there, you move to validation of your data, and that's what presentation. And you try to present the raw data set. From that, you move it to what? To charts. Every organizations are looking for a way to make informed business decision for themselves. Now, if you're sharing something that wouldn't help them to make informed business decision, it won't help them. Imagine you moving your data from that raw data we shared with you to something charts. You understand? It will help the organization to make informed decision. And that's actually what will help you. Imagine you learning this thing within 4 months and getting a job that will pay you higher than what you're getting now. Okay? Imagine you. That's actually to tell you that you can do this. You can do this. Right? So before I proceed, we have less than some minutes to end the section. And before I proceed, I would like to take questions, if you don't mind. So let's take questions. If you have any questions to share with us, please ask your question. The program starts next week, Saturday. Next week, Saturday. Okay, that's actually when our next course starts. Our next course is next week, Saturday. So a week today, we are starting the program. You can see.
Thank you very much. Please, I wanted to ask,
Yeah, go ahead.
like, when I'm interested in learning data analytics, I've been trying my best to learn myself, but it has not been working. I won't lie to you, it has not been working. I mean, trying, I've watched YouTube. I feel these guys, I don't really understand the real concepts. I really need someone that will really help me. And thank you for what you just did, the light you just brought out now. So I would like to come into your program, but I don't know. Presently, I don't have the cash present, the complete cash, like the 200K. But can I pay before 2 days time? I don't know.
Yeah, you can. You can. So there's
How will
actually
be like,
instrumental
okay.
payments. There's an installation payment, okay? You can actually pay, say, 100,000 naira first, and then balance 100,000 naira 5 weeks into your program. You can balance, okay? So
Okay,
this
so
100,000 naira, you're not to pay it once. You are not to pay it once. You have 100,000 naira, you can pay now.
okay.
And yeah, so 5 weeks into the program. Of course, by that 5 weeks, that means you finish your exam. By then, you yourself, you tell yourself, oh, I've gotten value for my money. I'm not regretting it. So that's actually why we are giving that 5 weeks. Okay. So you tell yourself the truth that I've gotten value for my money. Now, of course, if you've not gotten value for your money, you actually try to opt out. You understand? But that's to show you that okay, you have 5 weeks to test the program. You understand? So that's actually that. Thanks for that. I didn't even know your name. Your iPhone.
No, my name is Precious. My name is Precious.
Okay, Precious. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us.
No worries.
All right, sir. So Precious said something that I want to, I said it for those that joined our live, that was 2 days ago, right? That he has been watching YouTube videos. And I want to say it for free. Those videos will deceive you. Like when I started my journey, just like I said, someone said, a friend of mine, that was 2019, he said, go and start with R. Because I studied economics, it was like, okay, start with R. And where will I start? I don't even know where to start from. He said, go and download YouTube videos. I'm being very honest with you. There's some videos that were 12 hours. I will wake up I will do night subscription. So I'll be able to download those videos. Some are 12 hours, 20 hours videos. Come on now. At the end, I was not getting anything. But I thank God for direction. Right. Thanks very much for that, Precious. So let's take questions, guys. If you have any question you want to ask us, please ask your question. We have Nedu, we have Joel, we have Akise, we have Orochi Promise, Ola, Oyewumi, and others. So if you want to ask your question, guys, please ask your question.
So how am I going to pay? How can we contact you? Maybe when we pay or anything? How are we going to contact you? Is it through WhatsApp or I don't know?
Yes, it's through WhatsApp. Are you on the WhatsApp group?
I mean the WhatsApp group, that's why I was able to get the link. But that WhatsApp group is kind of closed. Just one person that can operate that WhatsApp group.
Yeah, it's a community WhatsApp. Okay, so we actually change it to community WhatsApp because last year it was open for everybody to interact, but then we find out that people, they will go there, they will collect people's contacts, start chatting them up and scamming people. So last year, November, a lot of people were scammed. You understand? So not everybody that joining group chats are actually interested in the training. Some are there because they want to scam others. So because of that, we moved it to community WhatsApp, stricted for only admins.
Okay, so
you can actually chat the AMD Analytics phone number. So that's the CEO's phone number. You can chat her up and she will probably respond to you. You understand? So when you pay, share and I'm on the group chat actually. You can chat me up. You can see me, Ambassador Shim. So you share your receipt with me, and then we take up your enrollment process from there.
Can somebody help to pay? Like maybe your brother or uncle want to pay for the
Of course. Yeah, what we need is your receipt. That's all.
Okay.
You are the one that will share the receipt, not the person. So when they pay, they will share the receipt with you. Then you send it to us.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
I never read so. I mean, I don't know. I say I'll not be scared now. I beg.
Okay, yeah, sir. So guys, let's ask our question. If there's no question, we can then call it a day. So see you guys in our class. So the program starts on Saturday. That's a week today. Let's take your question. If there's no question, we call it a day. No question? All right, good night, everyone, and good day, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. So continue your payment, please. Make your payment and then start your program. We want to see you in the classroom. We want you to be part of our training. We want you to be part of our testifiers, okay? We want to be part of what we are doing here. Cheers, everyone.